110 go extra. Don't let none stress you out. Running through the mission. Make your hater pay rendition. 100 times, so I know. Suck on go ham. Michael Phelps, do the stroke, do the quicksand.
Guys, welcome back to another episode of the 100X podcast. I am Felix Restituyo, here with Elvis Perez and Julian Sierra. If you guys don't remember, I posted a video of this guy, aka Chapman, throwing a seed and striking some guy out. Alright. You know, he also flipped him off too, right? You have you had some
kick and everything.
Yeah. But
I had to show the backwards kick.
Yeah. But Sierra here, he's here to talk about his collegiate experiences, his professional experiences, and you know, getting drafted in the 23rd round in 2017.
I mean, the elephant in the room is that everyone wants to get drafted. Millions of kids dream of getting drafted, Julian. So tell us about that experience of actually getting that phone call in the 23rd round. Was it a surprise, or you kind of expected to get drafted mid-rounds?
Actually, like, honestly, that moment right there when I was in the office, in the gym with my coach, and I had...
This is in Monroe?
Yeah, Monroe.
Okay.
Yeah, I had my coach and my hitting coach right there too. And we were waiting on the call. I mean, it was crazy. It was a roller coaster that year, 2017. I was hurt at the beginning of the season. And so at the moment, I didn't expect getting drafted. But I just went through it, went to my rehabs and everything, and I was just the right guy at the right moment. And a couple of weeks before the drive, my arm started feeling a little better. I started throwing from scouts again. And they were like, oh, we don't care about the numbers, we're gonna get drafted. We're gonna get you drafted. And days before, I had a million of calls of, oh, we're getting you drafted, who are you going with, what are you going with? So I was, it was still unreal because I was waiting for that moment since I was a little kid, like, oh my God, you're getting actually signing a contract, like you getting that hope, you getting that word of mentality that you're gonna, actually become a professional baseball player. So when I heard the call, I was shocked. I didn't move. Somebody came to me and he tried to clap my hand. I was still like, I wouldn't blink my eyes. I was like, this is happening. This is crazy. Yeah, right there.
Yeah, and the crazy part about it is, we were actually college teammates back in Monroe, and I was there in 2016 and 2017. But in 2017, Sherrod, like he said, he had some arm trouble in the beginning of the season. He actually got sent down to JV just to get some extra work in for rehab. And, he struggled in JV as well. And we're talking about a guy that got drafted that same year. So it goes to show you how crazy baseball is. We went from being in JV a couple months, and then, a couple months later, he's getting called in the 23rd round. So it came to a shock. I know it was definitely a shock to him. I mean, it was a shock that it happened to me, but this guy, lefty, 6'3", throwing 96, 97 miles an hour, who would pass up on that? I know I wouldn't as a scout. So it is what it is.
Yeah, so to piggyback off what Felix is saying, what was the adjustment or the mindset switch you made going from JV to playing, in the Gulf Coast League with the Mets?
And just keep it going, man. Like, the moment I got sent down, my coach would tell me, and I know you gotta get some work in, and you need to throw some innings. I know, this is your last year, right? Like you gotta, after school you need to go somewhere, and I need to get you the pitch. So I started, I went down. I was still feeling pain on my elbow, but I kept going. I just kept trying, going to rehab and just putting ice every day. So at the end of the season, they actually called me back up. Like I went back on the varsity team, and I was just there. So they won, I think it was the last game or like 2 games before the season ended. They put me on a game, and it was feeling good. Like good day. It was a little warmer. We were playing New York, and my arm was feeling good. And there was actually Scott seeing one of my buddies, Joel, and that day I threw 93 miles per hour. Struck out 2 guys. And just 1, 2, 3 in, and this guy was like, oh, where's this guy? where the rest of the guy was? And I was like, where he came from? I was like, I was just here the whole time. And my arm was feeling good, but really? And what's your name? So he started taking notes on me and everything. And then after the season ended, I was just getting invited to all these workouts and everything. It just kept going, man. I mean, the moment the coach tells me, "Oh, you're going JV," I was actually mad. Like I literally cried that day. I was like, I need to prove this guy he's wrong. Like I'm hurt. Like this is the reason why I'm not pitching well. But I got to go through it. So I was dedicated on my rehab every day in the training room, getting work done, and doing all the exercises and everything as well. I would just go and pitch. And that was bad. Don't pitch. If you hurt, don't pitch. And this is my advice for you guys that are watching, right? And that was bad, but I just wanted to keep going. I wanted to keep competing and trying to prove everybody that they were wrong about me. So when I actually got to rest, it was just so easy. Like all the work hitting, like all those rehab workouts and everything, they're kicking, and it was crazy. It was crazy. It was the craziest 3 weeks of my life.
So how was that experience transitioning from collegiate baseball to professional baseball? And what were some experiences you had in professional baseball, and maybe some advice that you want to give for guys that are either gonna go through that in the in the near future?
It was pretty good. Like, going from college to like becoming a professional baseball player, especially at the level that I was playing, rookie level, it was good for me because actually I got to meet with a lot of guys straight from the island, like guys coming straight from DR and Venezuela. And all these guys, they didn't know English at the moment. Yeah. They're early in their career, probably first time in the United States. What I would do is, help them walking around, translating for them. And, the experience, I actually got to meet a lot of big leaguers out there.
Yeah, I know you and Jerry's familia. You guys are boys and Cespedes, right?
Cespedes too. Yeah. I got to meet and Syndergaard, Matt Harvey, a whole bunch of, it was a great experience to me, becoming a professional baseball player and being the golf guys. Like, it was really good.
How'd you feel when you were around all those big time guys? When you're around guys that are at that level, because these are superstars. They're not just like regular guys in the league. Not that anyone in the league is regular, but they're on a completely different level. These guys are the best players on the team.
Honestly, as you talk, I get like hyped talk because it was really a dream. It was all like every day was a dream for me being there in the team in the clubhouse. You literally, walking around all these big guys. I met David Wright, man. Like, a legend. Like, you grew up seeing these guys hitting, far on the field, home runs and stuff, and the fact that you're there with them is just like, wow, is this really happening right now? And it was just like, wow. It was really crazy for me, like just being there and talking to them. And they were actually pretty cool. Like, they would talk to you, they would like give you advices and everything, and just like be like organic. Like, just go, hey, say hi, hey, what's up? Hey, how you doing? What you doing today? Because these guys, they're players. They're humans. They're not like,
robots.
They're not robots. Yeah. Like, you could go and talk to them. They were actually really nice.
Yeah.
So speaking of these big league guys, you mentioned David Wright, the captain, one of my favorite personal third basemen of all time. Noah Syndergaard. What from that group of big league guys in those years of the Mets spring training, I'm believing, gave you the advice that really resonated with you still to this day?
It's basically the same thing that every athlete, every professional player that gets to to the major level will tell you: just stay consistent, go through it, and play hard, and get after the workouts. Always be the first guy out there. Just get your job done, and just by working and working always. Just never stop the grind. Keep grinding, keep working. And all this stuff. That's definitely basically what they told me. They, aside of jokes, because they joke a lot around there. Yeah. But everything, they just keep it simple. Just work hard, man. Work your ass off.
Okay, and if there's, a couple things that you want to say for those kids, for those, Julian Sierras that are out there in the world, that are out there in Dominican Republic, Venezuela, Puerto Rico, all these different places, Cuba. What's something you would like to tell them as advice at that age that they're in now?
Just never let anybody, tell you that you cannot, make your dreams happen. Like, for me, I moved to the United States when I was 19 years old. I came to my dad's here. My dad was living here. And when I was in the DR, a lot of scouts and, coaches and people would tell me, well, I don't think you can make it because you gotta fix this, you gotta fix that. And at this age, I don't think, we have a lot of guys doing what you could do here. But I would never let these guys, decide for me what I really want to do with my life. So I just kept going, finding ways. I went to college, and then in college, same things happened. My coach would tell me, I don't think you could pitch for me, I don't think you could do this, but I keep working, and just ignoring, all the negative comments and stuff, and just keep going, keep getting your work done, keep listening. You gotta listen. You need to listen and advise, get better. Always get better is the first option, and just that's how things, that's how great things happen. You gotta be consistent on working and all the type of stuff. You just keep going until it happens, and that's what happened to me. Like, I was hurt. I was told no so many times, and I got to make it. So that's basically it. Like, just keep going until you see it happen.
So going back to what I said about earlier, I posted Julian throwing in a game, striking the guy out, right? Having all his swag, walking off the field, right? And that video on our 110% page actually got about 10 to 20,000 views. Now, Prospect Dugout, shout out to Prospect Dugout actually reposted his video on their Instagram, and he got close to 100,000 views.
Wow.
Funny thing is about that, guys, listen to how important social media is. He got his agent because a scout walked up to his agent, that was his agent when he played ball, and said, hey, have you seen this video? You know this guy is from New York? He saw him through our Instagram. That's how important social media is. How was that experience?
I remember that day. I remember waking up and just finding my phone, just kept vibrating. I was like, what's going on? It's a whole bunch of people following me. I was like, then I go on my phone and I see that Prospect Dugout reposted my video. I was like, oh, this is really going on right now. I was like, damn, and I saw all these views, all these comments, all these kids looking out to me, and they were saying, oh, look, he throws like you, and he looks like Chapman, this and that. I was like, well, I think I'm getting famous out there now. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was early in the morning when I found out about the video being reposted and getting all these views and stuff.
And that led you to eventually meeting your agent through that video, right?
Shout out to him. He really helped me a lot, and I just would have made it without him. He came up to me. He had met me at school, and he would say, and this Dodger scout came up to me and showed me a video of you. You look really good. Your arm is you got a really good arm. And, are you interested in working? I was like, yeah, whatever gets me closer to my dream. And, he started working, and, advice that I could give you guys, just keep posting content out there. Like, if you got something to show, there is no excuse nowadays for saying, I don't getting any exposure or
There's
something.
no excuse at all.
There's not. You post a video of yourself throwing. If you're really good at it, you're gonna actually, get seen.
No excuses, go 110%, guys.
110%.
Something I've really admired from Julian is he's always had that entrepreneur spirit. He's made some investments. So now that your playing baseball is behind you, what are some future plans for Julian?
Well, now I'm just all about, over the summer last year, I opened up my own LLC company.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was.
Tell us a little about that.
It was I was an independent contractor for a delivery company in Jersey. So I was just bringing stuff and from Amazon and Walmart and all this stuff and delivering here in the Bronx.
Okay.
So my experience there was short because Amazon actually opened up their own warehouse here in the Bronx. So I worked there for 8-9 months. But I'm all about independency, being my own boss. If I got it, I'm trying to find out, something new to do. But I like to coach. I coach kids. I like pass my knowledge. Teach kids and teach a game of baseball and stuff. That's something that I do on the regular. but I'm actually, really into networking, all the type of stuff. And there's a lot of things coming up. But this is what I'm up to right now.
All right, guys, to end off this podcast episode, we're here at beautiful A-Game Sports, located in New Rochelle, New York, where I, Felix Restituyo, give lessons. So, you guys need hitting lessons, fielding lessons. I even do base running. Not the fastest guy, but I'll help you out. All right, guys, we have some rapid-fire questions for JULIAN here, and here we go. You have 3 seconds to answer. If you don't answer, you get a ban. And on to the next question.
Okay, let's do it.
I'll do the bit. I'll do the bit.
You'll be the ban.
Do the countdown.
And mango or fries?
3.
Starter or closer?
3.
Closer.
2.
Chapman or Mariano?
Chapman.
Yankees or Mets?
Mets.
Leg day or chest day?
Chest day.
Apple juice or orange juice?
Apple juice.
There you go. Summer or winter?
Summer.
Summer. Good. Chinola or tamarindo?
Uh-oh.
Chinola, pues.
Now the most important one of all. Licey or Águilas?
You see, Elvis and I, we're estrellitas, but it's all good. That's rapid fire with ACP.
Yeah. Don't ever let weather that like a knife. Easy to fill your craft. Never that. Weather that.